People still trying to figure out what Stonehenge is. Those are poles for a tent. My family loves going camping. Where are my campers at by applause? Where are you guys at? Yeah? You like camping? Do you? You guys like camping? What is wrong with you people? Camping? I don't understand camping at all. Human beings have spent thousands of years trying to get out in the elements. You guys want to pack a bag, go right back to the elements. I've heard people say stuff like, we love camping, we just pack up the RV and go. Yeah, that's parking your second house near trees. Look, one of the oldest human structures ever found is 6,500 years ago. That's when human beings realized that camping blows. People still trying to figure out what Stonehenge is. Those are poles for a tent. I went camping with my family last time. It was about a year ago. We went to Zion. You know where Zion is? You like Zion? Beautiful, right? But we go to a campsite that has no showers. So for 5 days, we're using these moistened strawberry towelettes to refresh ourselves. You know what we did for 5 days? Attracted insects. My sister's the brave one. My sister will go backpacking by herself. So she doesn't understand why I don't like camping. And she asked me, she goes, what's wrong with you? How come you don't like camping? Don't you want to get back to nature? I go, look, if I want to get back to nature, I'll spend Sunday at Walmart. Have you seen those animals? Sunday at Walmart, I ride inside the basket for safety. And I don't feed them, they'll follow you home. You know what the big thing to do is now? The staycation. Have you heard of that? Yeah, that's where you vacation at home. Yeah. I haven't seen this room yet. That makes sense if you live in a beautiful place like this. That doesn't make sense if you live in Iowa. It's you vacationing with corn. All vacation long, you gotta tell yourself dumb jokes to entertain yourself. Hey, what's poppin'? Oh, I hate my life. A little bit about myself. My name's Danny Villalpando. Actual name by birth, Damacio Villalpando. All right, 4 people. Thank you so much. That's a tough name to have, isn't it? Damacio Villalpando, my whole life. Growing up, I wanted to fit in. I just wanted that typical American name, Gonzalez. Right. Are the people. Look at this guy back here. Not around here, boy. Not around here. This was a tough name to have growing up. You know why? The teachers never knew how to say it. And you know your name's difficult when it's coming up in a roll, and then there's that long, dramatic pause from your teacher. You know what I'm talking about? She's calling roll. Okay, Stevens. Stevens is here. Stevens. Thompson, ready to learn. Thompson. Wow. This should be on a test. Damaki Kakio. Is that it? Villalpando. I'm sitting up front laughing. Woo, who's the geek? I thought my name sucked. I can't wait for recess. I'm going to make him cry. Here. I named it after my dad, but here's the deal. I'm a comedian, so I'm supposed to be funny. My dad's one of those guys that thinks he's funny. You know those guys? That was my dad. He used to love to tell jokes and play games with his kids. This is one of my dad's favorite games to play with us growing up. Hey, see if you can find your way home from here. Halloween dressed me up as a speed bump. I got home, my candy was smashed. You know what wasn't smashed? Candy corn. That's the worst candy you could get for Halloween, candy corn. You might as well hand out chalk. You ever eat chalk? You look like a dog eating a pickle. Oh. Guess you gotta have fun with your kids if you have them, right? My parents were very young when they had us kids. I don't think a young parent is as patient as an older parent would be. I remember the first time my dad taught me to ride a bike. He goes, all right, you're gonna do what's called balancing yourself. Ready? Put your feet up. All right, see, you're doing it. Why don't you hold on to the bike next time? I flew in yesterday, flew into the big city, drove out here. Apparently, people driving is hysterical, that lady right there. I put my foot on the gas pedal because I was driving. And look, I'm one of those guys, I drive, because I live in Los Angeles, where driving is a sport. I get road rage when I drive. Who's with me by applause? Who gets a road rage when they drive? You get it? Like you look like you get it. Look how sweet she looks right here. She's like, look how nice she looks. You're like, I get road rage. I'm raging now. We did this show earlier tonight. There was a little petite little woman said she got road rage. So I asked her, well, what kind of car do you drive? She said, a Kia Rio. How do you get road rage in a Kia Rio? Don't you have to be able to pass somebody first? What is she gonna do? Get mad at somebody? You wait till I catch you. Oh no, a hill. I better turn the air off. There we go. I popped a wheelie. Then we had this tough kid in the crowd, said he got road rage. I knew he was a tough kid because his hat was on crooked. Yeah. You ever see the young guys with the crooked hats? That means you're bad, dog. That means you're cool. That means you ain't got a mirror. I don't know what it means. He was angry too. He's like, dog, I get road rage. I said, all right, man, what kind of car do you drive? He goes, dog, I got a sports car. Woo, woo, woo. Yeah, just because you lower a Honda doesn't make it a sports car. That just makes you annoying at the intersections. You guys remember that? You pull up to the intersection, that kid's in that lowered Honda next to you. He's got to keep revving the car up just to keep the car running. He's just sitting next to you. Reddin'. Light turns green. Ball. Ball. Meow. Like, dude, you should have bought a Kia Rio. Something with a little power. Get this, too. They say the reason that we get road rage is that we see the people breaking traffic laws, and that upsets us. That's not true, is it? You know what upsets us? You're like one car back, and that guy stops at the yellow light. That upsets us. Because you know you could have made it. That light turns yellow, you speed up, they stop, you're like, what are you doing? It's like Bro, we had this. Guy's in a Kia Rio. There's a hill in front of him. They make it like road rage is a recent problem, but it's not. Road rage has been around for a long time. It's been around for centuries. Do you know when it got big? Back in the 1800s. Back in the horse and buggy days. You think about it, there was always that one small road towards town. What happens? You get behind some guy with a slow horse. Hey! Giddy up. Here's a traffic jam in the 1800s. Ha! Whoa. Ha! Whoa. Woo! Looks like a cow tipping. Oh my gosh, they jackknifed. Oh, there's milk everywhere. Oh, it's an utter catastrophe. You didn't like that at all, did you, sir? This guy just sitting there going, move, move. You have a good life, sir? Do you complain a lot? You do? Don't. Stop. There's lots of things to complain about. Lots of good things, though. Here's some good news for the Americans in the audience. It's going to make you feel proud to be an American. You know what we just accomplished in this country? We now have the largest supercomputer in the entire world. That's right. Do you know who we just beat out for that? China. That's right. We would have had it sooner. We just waiting for the parts to come. Here's some more good news from around the world. Spain looking to ban bullfighting. All right, nobody cares. Good for you people. Wow. Wow. What are we all thinking? We had hamburgers earlier. Yeah, it was tough. I think he lost. Come on, people. I think they should ban bullfighting. It's a barbaric sport. It's not even a fair fight. How do you take a big, dumb animal, fight it against a bull? Here's why it's not a fair fight. The matador knows exactly who he's fighting. Who's the bull fighting? That red curtain. That bull doesn't even know he's to fight. He thinks he's going to the theater. He thinks the matador's just showing him to a seat this way. I kid you, it's right over here. I fool you one more time, stupid. It's right here, okay? The bull's like, I'm gonna miss the opening song. They say they bullfight for a couple reasons. They say one is tradition, which I understand tradition. Look, most countries have traditions. Some of them they're not proud of. Heck, in the United States of America, we're not proud of this, but 300 years ago, we used to burn witches at the stake. We don't do that anymore. Because now when we find a witch, they just get their own reality show on Bravo. Because we know where our witches are at. They call themselves the Real Housewives. We know where they're at. They bullfight for tradition and they bullfight because it's macho. Like, you look like a macho guy. You think bullfighting's macho, sir? Sure. Yeah, do you? Really? Have you seen how they dress? Trust me, you would not put that outfit on and go walk around this city right here. These guys look like flamboyant interior decorators. Trust me, go back to your homes tonight. Open the door to your house, walk inside. There's a matador standing there. You don't feel threatened at all, do you? You'll walk inside, look at this guy and think, that guy's gonna make my house look awesome! He's like, okay, the chair will go over here. I kid you, it'll go right over here. I fool you again, it'll go right here, stupid. Feng shui ole. Then I thought about it. This is what blows me away about bullfighting, is bullfighting is considered entertainment. And then I thought about that. I go, okay, I guess we entertain ourselves with our animals. I saw a news story where a guy took his dog skydiving. You ever see that little dog strapped to the guy's chest? And the reporter asked him, "Sir, do you think your dog actually enjoys skydiving?" He goes, "Oh yeah, he barks all the way down." You know why? Dogs can't scream. You could see that dog evolve and leap out of that plane. He'd start off barking. By the time he got to the bottom, he'd be speaking English. Guy would just jump on the dog. Hey, 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 no, 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 no. I felt sorry for that dog. That dog on that day had no idea he was going skydiving. He thought he was going for a ride in a car. You know how much dogs love going for rides in a car? Then all of a sudden, a few minutes later, he's like, "Why are we at the airport? We're gonna do what? No." I'll bet that first dog to go skydiving, it had to freak him out. So much so, I'll bet on the drive home, he did not have his head out the window. You know, he's just sitting there going, no, roll it up, roll it up, roll it up, roll it up, come on. What are you doing? You're being a total jerk right now. Roll the window, come on, what are you doing? I'm telling you, torture me another way. Put on some country music. I don't care at this point. Come on, roll it. I have dogs myself. We're the dog owners by applause. Where are you guys at? A lot of dog owners. You have some dogs, young lady? What kind of dogs do you have? A pug and a Shih Tzu. I have 3 dogs. My dogs are the rescue dogs. I rescued them. They, probably committed some sort of a heinous doggy crime. Maybe they chewed up one good flip-flop. I don't know. I have 3 dogs, too. But here's the deal. Here's why I have 3 dogs. Married 26 years, we don't have any children. So the dogs represent the children that we don't have. But my wife treats them like kids because she remembers things like their birthday. Yeah, who remembers their dog's birthday? Exactly, women do, women do, women do, women do, women do, women do, women, women, women. Women remember their dog's birthday. Men, we don't remember our dog's birthday. Half the time, I don't remember to feed them. My wife gets mad at me. Didn't they look hungry? I said, they're dogs, they always look hungry. Because your dog could be stuffed, and he'll still stare at you with that same simple thought and said, "Are you going to eat that? I would totally eat that for you. If you're not going to eat that, I would totally eat it for you. If you're not going to eat that, you seem a little indecisive, I'll move closer. Are you going to eat that? I would totally eat that for you. If you're not going to eat that," I'm just saying, you're trying to lose some weight, and I could totally help you out if I was to eat that for you. How about that? Keep an open mind. Let me lick it. Just let me lick it. I will lick it. I won't bite it or stab it like I did in the past, because I realized what a bad dog I was. Remember that time you took me skydiving? That's when I learned my lesson. I have 3 of those. Is that weird? 26 years of marriage, no children? Look at you guys. Yes, it is, freak. Freak. You know why we never had kids? It's because we never made the decision to have children. It's one of those things, Like for 26 years, here's what happened in my house. Do you want to have kids? I don't know. Do you want to have kids? I don't know. Well, what do you want for dinner? 26 years of that. Do you want to have kids? Ooh, Mongolian beef sounds good. People still want to ask the question, though, because they find it freaky sometimes. Well, why don't you have children? You should be like us. Have children. Children, they bring joy. They bring happiness to your life. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, so does vodka. And guess what? Vodka's not going to college. So guess who's getting a new Mercedes? Me. I would be so scared to have children after all these years of not. I don't know if I could do it. I would be afraid that I would be selfish, because part of me would be thinking about the things I want, then the other part of me would be thinking about their needs. What do you do? Part of me is like, oh, I really want to take that trip to Europe, but I don't know if I can because my kid needs braces. I could always go to Europe, ask him not to smile. It's just options. My wife treats me like I'm the child now. That's the downside, you know? You know? My wife's got all this extra love to give. She gives it to me. I don't want it. There's too much pressure with all that love. Because she treats me like I'm the child. You know what she did recently? She changed our whole diet to eating nothing but organic food. Where are my organic food people in the audience? Well, what a weak and feeble attempt at being organic, right? You're like, yeah, oh, I barely have the strength to put my hands together right now. Oh, this is so painful because I don't have the fat content to protect my hands. Oh. Organic girls right here. I asked her, I go, why after all these years did you switch our diet to organic food? And my wife said, well, we'll be healthier and then we'll live longer. And I said, we've been married 26 years. Why would I want to do that? No. I put my time in. I want pizza. I deserve double stuffed crust. What do? You're in a relationship. You've got to appease your partner. So I did it, you know, the green leafy vegetables, the organics. I did it for like 2 weeks and then I snap and I find myself in a dark part of town. And I've got this giant dirty bacon cheeseburger in my hand. And I'm scared to take a bite of it because I feel like I'm cheating on my wife with food. Well, how can I try to make it healthier? I'll throw the gluten buns to the side. I'll take the bacon out of it. I'll scrape the cheese off it. Now I'm sitting there like a dummy with a patty and a pickle. I'm like, what am I doing? The unemployment rate is like 5%. It was somebody's job to put that burger together. The last thing I want to do is hurt the American economy even more. So I took the burger, I put it back together, I walked it to the counter, had him add guacamole, because I'm a job creator. Yeah! That's right. Creating jobs for Americans. One avocado at a time. She shops at a store called Sprouts. Do you have Sprouts here? You really have Sprouts? Look at you two. Yeah! Sprouts, it's all sprouting. It's alive. It's alive, Sprouts. Sprouts is an organic grocery store. Here's how crazy the whole organic movement has gotten. We're shopping at the Sprouts, and we get home with the toilet paper. There's a bag of leaves. I get what she's doing. She's trying to make me a better man. You know, women do that, don't you? Don't you try to make him a better man? Occasionally. You're like you're almost giving up. You're like, occasionally, but nah, who's got that time? I don't. My wife, after all these years, still, I don't understand why women feel the need to do that. Why do women feel the need to make us better men? Why can't women just be happy with their bad decision? Right? I didn't ask to marry me. I asked to marry her. She said yes. I'm her fault. She's trying to make me a better man. Here's the problem. I don't even know if I'm a man. I think I am. I don't know. I mean, I've never taken a man test. I don't know. Look at my hands. Look how soft my hands are. I got no calluses on my hands like a man would have. I get a callus on my body. It's because I'm wearing cheap shoes. I've never done anything manly like build a road. That's what men do. They build roads. It's a manly activity right there. The other day I'm driving, I had a pothole, and I thought, some man should fix that. Back in the 1800s, you were considered a man when you reached the age of 20 years old. That's hard to do these days, because most 20-year-olds still live at home. They're like, Mom, Dad, I'm 20. I'm a man now. And I just want to say, we're out of Fruit Loops. I remember when we used to have these macho male movie idols. Remember that? They were on the silver screen. We knew what men were because these guys were tough guys. We had Bruce Willis, Die Hard, fighting terrorism. That's manly stuff right there. Sylvester Stallone, Rambo, fighting steroid abuse. Men. Arnold Schwarzenegger fighting paternity suits. Men doing what men do. Who are leading men now? Brad Pitt, Leonardo DiCaprio, Johnny Depp. I don't think of these as men. Like, I'm not gonna follow these guys into battle. I might sit and watch the sunset with them. Brad, Leo, how are those mimosas? That's right, Johnny. Sometimes when the wind blows, it does tickle. Ooh, brr. Brr. There's a role reversal. That's what's going on in our country. Have you heard of the stay-at-home dad? Do you remember when that was called unemployed? I can't believe how vain men are becoming in our society. Men are becoming extremely vain in our society, and I know that because male cosmetics, $2 billion a year business. Male cosmetics. Men know what things like concealer are now, foundation. Look, do this. Ask an old guy what foundation is, and they'll tell you something a house sits on. Ask some young hipster what it is. He'll go, no, it decreases the flaws in your face. And the old guy's like, why? Did a house fall on it? I need to start exercising like this guy. Look how buff this dude is right here. What do you just wake up exercising? Just wake up and go, ah. You're a big dude. You work out like every day? Yeah? Yeah. I want to. I want to get in better shape. I just haven't decided what shape I want. Like so far, I've settled on softish. I've been going to the gym, honestly, it's been about a month right now. And I gotta tell you something, after a month, I don't recommend it. I hired a personal trainer, and this guy was typical personal trainer. This guy was young, buff, motivating, mainly annoying. You know? He would keep trying to say things to inspire me. I'm on a machine, and he goes, come on, man, push it, and your dreams will come true. I said, I'm gonna be handsome and rich. He goes, not all your dreams. Some dreams aren't attainable. I'm sorry. He could tell I wasn't even into the workout. He's like, come on, man, don't you want to be like me? Don't you want to have a hard body? Check this out, man, don't you want to have a six-pack? I said, yes, let's go drink. I don't want a six-pack stomach like yours. I don't. I think you lose enjoyment of life having that flat, ripped stomach. Don't you? Look, we use our stomach muscles every day for things like getting up out of your chair. I just don't want to do it at Mach 2. I want to do it the regular way. I want to gently rock till I build up momentum to stand. Yes. My friend's a runner. He goes, you want to get in the best shape of your life? Become a runner. I jumped on board. I bought all the gear, the shirt, shoes, hat. I bought a heart rate monitor. Just when they find me, they'll know exactly when my heart exploded. How sad for the paramedic that shows up and says, whose heart blows up after 2 blocks? I wasn't good at running. I ran a 5K. I got beat by a kid flying a kite. The day before the 5K, I'm carb loading up. And my wife goes, what are you doing? You don't have to carb load up to run a 5K. I go, what are you talking about? I carb load up to sleep. Right? It's like time for bed. I better have a snack. Yeah, I don't want my blood sugar to drop while I'm fighting ninjas. There's a time and a place to run, that's what it is. Like you see a guy in a jogging outfit, you're like, there's a man getting in shape, getting his life together. You see like a fat guy with an orange vest and a hard hat running, the lunch truck is leaving. Hey. I didn't get my chimichanga, hold on. Hey. The wife and I have a new treadmill that we've had for 3 years. But it's new. When we got this treadmill, these were the actual instructions on the treadmill. It said, stop if you feel faint, dizzy, or exhausted. I was like, done. Man, I felt that way getting out of bed. I sat up, ooh, felt a burn. I went back to sleep. No pain, no gain. Spot me. I was intimidated when I went back to the gym because it had been so many years since I'd been there, and now they have all the new machines, don't they? Those giant square hunks of steel, and they got the chains and the pulleys on them, and then you got to walk around that machine 3 or 4 times trying to figure out how to mount it. And then I got happy when I found that little picture of the guy with the red marks on his body, and I'm like, oh, that's what it does. Then I realized I've been sitting backwards on it the entire time. People looking at me funny. I'm like, shut up, I'm just working my deltoid oblique abs, man. Get out of here. I'm just training for something you wish you could do. I'm going to Hawaii, so you don't even know me. You don't even know me. They say that you need to exercise, especially in this day when we're so stressed out all the time. Here's the basic rule. You get stressed out, they say go for a walk, work off the stress. So I went walking one day, I was stressed, I walked 4 miles, and then I felt beautiful, stress was gone, I'm looking around, I was 4 miles away from my house. How am I getting home? And then my stress came back. I couldn't walk back, I was faint, dizzy, and exhausted. They say when you work out, set goals. Mine's not to need Uber. Tell you what, how many people are in love tonight? Yeah? A lot of people in love tonight? You're clapping your hand. Join me, please. Join me, please. This cannot be one-sided love. Please join me. Be careful if you're in love, because love makes you gullible, and when you're gullible, you're going to make mistakes because of love. Here's what happened to me because of love that made me gullible. You know, my wife talked me into going, she said it'd be fun, so she talked me into going to a baby shower. So now I know she lies. Here's how she sold it. She goes, don't worry, there'll be other guys there. There was, the baby. I hate when I'm gullible, but I want to trust in my fellow human. I want to believe that they're going to be honest with me. That's what we all want. Here's a true story of when I was the most gullible in my entire life. I'm a young man, and I'm walking back to my apartment, and this guy in his Cadillac comes driving up, and he goes, hey, man, you want to buy some electronics? I'm like, what do you got? He opens up his trunk, and it's full of electronics. So I purchased a camcorder for $75. I get up to my apartment, I open the box. Inside the box, 2 bricks. Yeah, I bought 2 bricks for $75. And then I tried to look at the bright side. He wanted 150. So that day I was gullible, but my negotiating skills sharp. Did I spend $175 on bricks, or did I save $175 on bricks? To this day, I still own those bricks. Yeah, I still own those bricks. As far as I'm concerned, brick technology is solid. You know what a brick will be in 100 years? A brick. I don't have to wait for the new iBrick 8 to come out. My bricks are up to date. You know what I use my bricks as? I use them as bookends. That's right. See, the bricks represent how dumb and gullible I was that day. And all the books in between represent all the knowledge I've obtained. So when you look at my bookshelf, it's brick, Curious George, brick. And someday, I'm going to read that book. I read an article the other day that said scientists are about ready to spend 31 days living underwater. I'm like, what's the big deal? How about a house in 2008? I've been underwater way longer. We just got a 30-year fixed refi. So in 30 years, when I pay off my house, I'll be 84. Yeah, average life expectancy of a man, 76. I'm not gonna live long enough to enjoy my reverse mortgage. It's not my first house. Technically, it's my second house. We get married 26 years ago. We can't afford much, so we go out, we buy a mobile home. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you very much. You guys are like, at least you don't live by us. I'm not trash, double wide. That's right, I was the envy of my court. I hated this house. We've all been in a mobile home before, and ours was really cheap. My friend comes to take a look at it. He goes, hey, man, your house is crooked. I said, the tire's flat. My house would shake when my washer was on the spin cycle. And then we had that Northridge earthquake, which scared me because I thought, who's doing laundry at 3:30 in the morning? Isn't that the last thing you want to think is someday your house will fall over? Like I need my neighbor coming to my door the next day. Hey, get your house off my dog. I tried to get a home improvement loan at the bank. They gave me a trailer hitch. I tried to think of some advantages to having a mobile home. I came up with two. One, you ever hear of a mobile home that's haunted? Only a ghost with low self-esteem would haunt your house. Like a ghost would be in a mobile home. Boo! Boo! Boo, y'all! Well, this place sucks. This isn't fair. Anybody could walk through the wall. Another advantage, I want to run cable to one of my other bedrooms. Now, a house is difficult because you got to drill through the wood and plaster. Mobile home, it's simple. Get a real sharp pencil. Hey, look, the bathroom's got cable. Here's how dumb I am. I was going to get a gun for home protection in a trailer park. What if I see an intruder? I shoot. I miss him. I'm shooting through 6 or 7 houses. My dumb neighbors are waking up. Woo, the cable guy came. It's interesting because after being married 26 years, is anybody married longer than 26 years in this? Yeah, longer than 26? How long for you guys? Almost 28. Anybody beat 28 over here?
Coming up on 39.
Coming up on 39. Oh, look at that. See? That's respect. You say 39 years, and then people applaud. And the reason you guys are applauded is because you're all in public, and you couldn't go, damn. I'm not sure that was wise. Congratulations, you guys. Here's the deal. You're going to feel like me. Sometimes I feel like I'm in that old love stage of marriage. Remember the young love stage when you first met that special someone? How excited you were to see him? You'd see him coming. Oh, my gosh, it's you. Oh, it's me, it's you, it's us. Yes, it's you. Hey. Then you're married for a while. You're like, oh, it's you. You found me. Because there's differences between the young and the old love. Young love, what do? You make love all hours of the night. Old love, right before Dancing with the Stars. She's like, get away, get off of me, stop touching me, come on. I'm voting right now and I'm voting you to get off of me. That's what I'm saying right now, get off. Young love, you drive your partner to the airport and you cry because they're leaving. Old love, drive off with their luggage still in the car. Young love, you complete me. Old love, you complete idiot. My wife says things to me now that I have no idea what the heck she's talking about. You know when that started? Day before we got married. She said, don't show up to the church, be discombobulated. Ah, yabba dabba do to you too. We're at a car show, and I want to use the porta-potty. As I'm going inside, she said, all right, hurry up. Who takes their time in a porta-potty? How long you want a porta-potty? As long as you can hold your breath. Your breath goes, you're coming out. Nobody's hanging out browsing. It's nice in here. Oh my gosh. Look at those skylights. Those are cool. I can't believe when I first met my wife, she thought I was rude. You believe that? Me. Here's the thing, I thought she was rude. Here's what happened. My friend set us up to go on a date. It's New Year's Eve. She gets in the car, had a list of rules for the evening. We're not kissing, we're not holding hands, we're not hugging, we're doing nothing till I've known you at least 6 months. I dropped her back at her house. I'll see you in June. I'll see you guys. I'm Danny Villalpando. Thank you guys so much. Hope you guys had a wonderful time.